You wake up. What do you do first? Lay there in existential dread at the edge of your bed, thinking about what a horrible sleep you just had and wonder how bad today will be, worrying about how many times you will embarrass yourself in front of people? No, silly. You eat food. Whether that be cereal, eggs, a protein shake, a normal shake, ice cream, anything you really want. Let's simulate this same scenario in Minecraft. You wake up. What do you do first? Commit mass genocide on the cow farm, force slave labor, and, that's pretty different. Unless it isn't, then, well, I just gotta...
911, what's your emergency?
Minecraft is obviously a sandbox game, and if you want to, you can commit mass amounts of felonies. But what if you just want to have a normal day inside of Minecraft? I've come to the obvious conclusion that we need much more food inside of the game. Look at this horrible menu. Half of it is potions! We need more. We need... So, over the past few weeks, I've been slowly adding breakfast stuff into this mod. I'm just gonna call it the More Food mod. Yes, I know I'm very creative. But rather than showing you the process of making the mod, I'm just gonna show you all of the features that I've added so far. There's a lot to cover, so let's see our first feature. Some people are in a hurry in the morning, and all they want is a quick snack that they can eat. Your first thought that comes to mind? Steak? Anyone? Anyone steak? Well, you're wrong! Well, you're wrong. Toast. Yes, I added toast into Minecraft. Not the most revolutionary thing ever, but it's actually pretty. The closest thing we have to toast in Minecraft is an actual whole loaf of bread. This is extremely not cool, and it isn't even that good. It only does 2.5 hunger things, so basically that's it. But if you happen to go into your little handy dandy sword chest, you can actually slice up this bread and turn it into sliced bread. Freaking awesome. You can actually eat this a lot faster. It's a little tiny bit faster. Who eats just normal sliced bread? That's kind of lame. So what you can do is you can actually put this into a furnace. And as you can see, it will actually start cooking it or toasting it into slightly toasted sliced bread. Absolutely phenomenal. But, you know, only slightly toasted, that's not that good. You can actually toast it again. And this will turn into more than slightly toasted sliced bread. It really just rolls off the tongue. And this will get you somewhat toasted sliced bread. I don't know what happened when it went from more than slightly toasted to somewhat toasted, but you know. And this cycle continues. You can keep doing this for as long as you want, basically. As you can see, you get slightly burnt sliced bread. It literally gives you a pile of ashes. It's worse food than the sliced bread. I don't know. New block alert! New block alert!
Barbecue chicken alert!
The pan. Not surprisingly, you can actually put stuff into the pan. 5 months ago, I thought to myself, what is the most quintessential thing? When you think of breakfast, what is the most quintessential thing? Steak? Steak? No. It is not steak. I don't know why I did that joke again. It's eggs. We already have an egg in the game, but all it really does is spawn chickens. So I thought to myself, what would happen? What happens if you throw an egg in real life? Basically, it cracks. When you throw the egg at the ground, you may find it will drop a raw egg. So I need to go to my storage. I need to get some more eggs. And I have just the thing in here. Get some of this. Okay. But we actually need one more ingredient. And if we go up this ladder, water bucket, really? You think, what is an easy thing to make out of it? Obviously, poached eggs.
What?
So if you don't know, you swirl water around inside of the pan, and when you swirl the water, you crack the egg inside of the water. So you put in some water, then you actually put in a raw egg. There you go. And then once you right click it, it turns into some poached eggs. That's not the only thing I made though, you silly. You can just put in a raw egg, and if you right click it, you will get over easy eggs. A little bit better. It's actually a lot better. I also made it so that if you eat the raw egg, there's a small chance that you actually get nausea from it, which makes sense because that's disgusting, you freaking idiot. If we get another water bucket, we can actually put this in, and then once the water is boiling, you put in the eggs, and then in this mod, you don't really have to wait. You can just right click it, and you get hard-boiled eggs. Pretty good. And also pretty good hunger. I didn't really pay attention to making the hunger values, like, accurate. We're actually gonna need something else for this. You can right click it to turn it into over easy eggs, and then if you want scrambled eggs, you cut it up with the sword and you get scrambled eggs. Or you can also have a fried egg as well, and there you go, copious amounts of eggs. As you can see, we have the normal egg, the raw egg, over easy egg, the fried egg, scrambled egg, basically everything that we just saw. Made another room full of all of the pans that I modeled. I want to point out that this is an animated texture. I spent a while figuring how to do that. But those are not the only two features, because that would be lame. In fact, we have much, much more to go, so let's go to our next feature. If you've ever made bacon in real life, you know it's from a pig. What if you really want bacon inside of the game? The closest thing we have to bacon in Minecraft is raw pork chop and cooked pork chop, which does not look like bacon. So I added raw bacon, sliced raw pork chop in. I love how this texture turned out. I think it turned out actually phenomenal. But the way you turn it into normal bacon is quite surprising. You actually put it into a furnace. And as you can see, this was not a mistake. In fact, it's far from it. You don't cook bacon. Then it would be called cooking. You bake bacon. That's why it's called bacon. You don't fry it in a pan. Unless you're a freak. Gets splatters everywhere. Gets grease everywhere. You put it in the oven. New block alert! New block alert! The oven! Wow, wow! As you can see, this model looks very, very nice. I added a little bit of 3D-ness. The handle is off of it, and you can actually open and close the model. Inside, you can see there's vents, a fan, and an interior as well. But it's not all just for looks.
Oh my god, young man, kill yourself!
You can actually put the sliced bacon on, close it, and as you can see, it will cook the bacon. Pretty cool. And then after a little bit, you can open it, and it turns into sliced cooked pork chop. One use for a block is not that cool. In Minecraft, normally, to make a cookie, you need to have wheat, cocoa beans, and another wheat. That doesn't make sense. How does a crafting table bake the cookies already? That is pre-baked. That is not cookie dough. So I actually minorly changed this a little bit. If we put this in the crafting table, just as you would, we actually get cookie dough instead. I actually love how this model churned out. I think it churned out pretty cool. You can actually put this in the oven, and it cooks it and turns into cookies. A little bit of an oversight. The cookie dough is worth more hunger than the cookie. We just don't. The oven isn't only used for functionality, it can also be used for creativity. As you can see, I made work at a pizza place in Minecraft. We have the pizza dough, we have the tomato sauce, or no, pepperoni, and we even have the conveyor belt with the thing, and of course the oven. So I just thought I'd share that. Do you hear that? The sound of sizzling. The sweet smell of flour dipped in butter, glazed with only the finest of the honey. It smells so good. The steam rolling off the hills in the dips of the soft, bready exterior. If you haven't gotten it yet, I added waffles. Although this is basically the last feature, it's probably one of the best. How do you craft these waffles? Well, first of all, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to collect some wheat. And now that you have some wheat, what you're gonna want to do is you're actually just gonna make a grid pattern with it. And then as we can see, you can get a waffle. Really, really good. That's 1 waffle for each wheat. And, you know, that's cool. That is cool, you know. It's a waffle. It looks nice. But a waffle is but a blank canvas for creativity. It is but a vanilla... It is but a crust of something you can make better. If we come over here, I have a little kitchen setup so that we can experiment more, but we may need a few more ingredients, so let me get those. We're actually going to need some syrup, but in this mod, I just used honey, so I'm going to get some honey, and then I'm going to get some extra wheat for more waffle making. I also made it so that you can add berries, so we're going to need some berries, and then some sugar cane as well. Some more waffles, just so that I can make more stuff. But what if you want to enjoy your waffles 3 at a time? Well, you can actually stack them on top of each other and make a stack of waffles. Not only this, but you can also drench the waffles with honey, and you can drench the stack of waffles in honey as well. The original name for the honey waffle was actually a drippy waffle. So I thought I'd make a drippy waffle. If you get yourself 8 gold blocks and then surround a waffle with 8 gold blocks, you get a drippy waffle. As you can see, it has so much saturation that it can't even show it in the tooltip. This will basically set you for the rest of the day. Not only this, but you can also craft it. What if you wanted, oh my god. Well, as you can see, if you craft your sugarcane into sugar, you can craft it to be a waffle with dollop of whipped cream on top. You can also add some berries to your waffle. But while I was making the waffle, I noticed that the waffle was a square. And I was like, you know what? That might be actually pretty interesting. So if you craft your waffle into a cube shape, I added a block of waffle into Minecraft. It's all one word. I forgot to add spaces. I'm gonna be honest. You can just place it and do whatever you want. I even made a house. Out of the waffles, which I think is pretty cool. I even added an interior. These are all the different types of waffles that I added. I added the normal waffle, all of the blocks of waffles and stuff, all of this type of stuff, so. But that isn't it, because I got my friend Phantom MC to playtest this mod and see how he likes it. Will he like it, or will he hate it? Let's see.
What's up, guys? I'm going to be reviewing this. Make sure to like and subscribe. Was that tough?
No, that was horrible. Just collect it.
But like, it's not very good.
You're in creative mode. Oh,
I collected the wheat.
You got the wheat.
By myself.
Okay.
I bred now.
Yeah. Okay, so now go into that chest right there.
The top one or the bottom?
Bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Just get a sword.
Okay.
Just get a sword.
Yeah. So.
Now you can slice that loaf. How would you slice that loaf?
I put the. Why does it cost an iron sword? Put the bread in the furnace to cook it.
Yeah.
So I'm like.
I recommend only doing one. You can toast the bread however much you want.
I love getting my finger and like.
What?
I love shoving.
You love shoving your finger into what?
This is very tasty. I can't eat it. Is it like really toast if it's like doesn't have butter?
What do you think that is?
I think it's a pot. Raw egg? What is this?
Okay.
What is this? Is this a
Oh, go into that chest.
Okay, water bucket.
Water. Just do whatever you want in the pan. What do you want to do? What do you want to make?
Yeah.
Poached eggs.
Yeah. This kind of tough.
Yo, how do you make your eggs in the morning?
I make scrambled with like cheese, and I add some water to make them flow.
So this is the ovens, okay?
That's nice.
I know, right?
Oh, I love that sound.
It's an iron door.
Yeah.
Get that bacon right there. Get that bacon. You see
Bacon?
that? Yes, sir. Put it
Bacon. Yo, that's cool. 2, you get 2.
Like that.
Okay, like an X?
Yeah,
You could have just said an X.
I could have, but
Oh, waffle.
a waffle, bro. I added
A
waffles.
waffle.
A bare waffle isn't very good, is it?
Syrup.
Syrup, bruh. Is that an infinite sugarcane glitch?
Shut up.
Okay, so you got the sweet berries.
Yeah.
Also need that sugarcane that you don't have yet. Okay. Okay, what did you think of this whole mod so far?
It was cool. I couldn't do it because I'm not a modder. So it's really cool. I love how you added the waffles because I love waffles because I'm fat.
Okay, what was your favorite part of the whole mod?
My favorite part of the mod was probably the ovens. I like the sound they make, and I think they're really cool because you can do a lot of stuff with them. And you totally can never, ever dupe anything.
What would you add to the mod if you were making it?
I would probably add a stack of syrup waffles. And I would like add syrup.
Would you add this mod to any of your mod packs?
No.
This is all of the different stuff that I've added to the entire mod so far. This is all the breakfast stuff that I'm going to add. But yeah, that's basically it.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe.
And if you have any ideas for future videos for this series, then be sure to comment them down below. I'll have a pinned comment at the bottom of the video to, like, if you want to reply to that, then I'll be looking at those mostly. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Bye!